Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and 3 toes. I will beat your ass.
What up, doe? This is the one ass cheek and 3 toes. Hey, that rhymes. I am your host, Nate the Great, with BA and Jay Weezy. How you fellas doing?
Good, bro.
Good deal.
Good, man.
Well, real quick, I want to shout out Liz. Not going to be on the show tonight, so we're going to go ahead and give her congrats on her team. They beat the Chiefs 3 games in a row. They have a winning streak. That defense is unstoppable. So shout out to the Texans. 5.
We had a 5-game winning streak, yeah.
Okay, 5-game winning streak. But the last 3 have been really good. I mean, the Colts, the Bills, and the Chiefs. I don't think anybody saw them win all 3 of those games. So shout out to the Texans.
I didn't see them beating Buffalo. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I didn't see them beating any of those teams, to be honest with you.
Beating the Chiefs.
Especially with that line as bad as it was. But they found a way to win. The defense is
Defense beats offense. Good defense beats mediocre to good defense all the time.
Very true.
I'd pick defense over offense any day of the week.
Oh, I will too.
Defense over offense any day of the week.
But that being said, shout out Liz to your team. We wanted to give you some love. You're doing your thing. But yeah, congrats to the Texans. They keep on winning, and now they're in the playoffs. I think they're the 7th seed right now.
Yep.
So they're doing better than us. Let's just say.
It's because our conference is a little bit more tougher than the AFC right now.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit.
For sure. But let's talk about it, boys. The Lions kicked the boys' ass 44-30. Initial thoughts? Let's go.
Good game. Great game, man. That game was a lot more interesting than what I really thought it was going to be. Good game.
I thought it was going to be closer.
Yeah, I think that Dan Campbell actually caught a really good game. I think he caught a really good game. And the thing that we stressed before, I stressed on the last time we had the show before this game, is that what they should come out and do is pass the ball. And that's exactly what they did. They came out there, I think the 7 of the 8 plays that they ran on the first drive when they got the field goal were passes, and they only ran once. And that didn't go very, very far either. And he didn't run. He didn't because the plays he called didn't have the run going right into the middle of the line.
Right. He got him on the wide. Yeah, he got him on the wide and test those linebackers out.
Mm-hmm. So that was just. I think that was one of his best play calling games so far this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I agree. Jay, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. And that shows me, I know we were kind of complaining about his play calling a little bit earlier, a couple of weeks ago, but that just shows that he is capable of calling plays. He just has to be consistent with it. And the offense, I mean, really, let's be honest. The offense did a hell of a job against that defense. I mean, from guarding Quentin Williams to guarding Kenny Smith to making sure that Goff stays clean, I think they did a better job than we all expected them to do. I mean, I expected Goff to be on his ass the whole game, and I think I said that last show, but he did a hell of a job, man.
I mean, yes. I mean, I actually, the reason why I picked the Lions to beat the Cowboys is because I thought if there's one equalizer for the Lions, they can score on that defense. Yes, the interior defense is the strongest point, but if the Lions can do a good enough job of holding that interior, Goff can put up points on that secondary. And sure as hell he did. They found their playmakers. Gibby was amazing, like always he is. Monty showed up in a big way.
I was just going to say that.
The offensive line, I think, really, really showed up for this game. But that I wasn't, as funny as it sounds, I wasn't too concerned about the offense putting up points. It was more about how the defense would stand up against that offense of the Cowboys. Because you talk about the 2 receivers they have, Javonte Williams, Ferguson. Those are a lot of good dudes. So
that was somebody I thought that was going to really show up and have a game. It was Turpin, but I didn't really hear his name called at all. last week. So.
He's pretty quiet.
But I'll tell you somebody who
Turpin got hurt. I think he got hurt like midway through the third quarter or something like that.
Okay, because I was going to say he was a non-factor at really to be
maybe got killed on a kickoff return. But go ahead.
Let me rephrase that. Not a surprise, but someone that I knew made a huge difference was David Montgomery. David Montgomery had 6 carries and 60 yards, and he had a touchdown. If you guys remember, he broke away and had a big run, which ultimately set them up for a touchdown. If he didn't score that drive,
that was the old David we're used to seeing.
Yeah, dude, like that. That's something that the Lions missed a lot, and I know they kind of went from the power back in David Montgomery to the Jahmyr Gibbs, but that's something that the Lions need to really, really still use is David Montgomery because he wear a lot of defenses down. And that's exactly what he did to the Cowboys. He had them tired. I mean, really, let's be honest. As soon as Gibbs came in, that's when Gibbs started to break away. That's something they were missing, bro. But
yeah, they were running the football. Go ahead, B.
All together.
How'd you like that run by Montgomery? It was almost the same run he had against them last game. Remember when he pulled on his jersey and they broke away his like undershirt there? It's almost the same play. And they grabbed him again. They couldn't get him down.
Yeah,
that dude is strong. That's a strong guy. He's got some strong legs.
That's a big dude, man.
Right. I'll tell you what, man. If Monty's coming around, we already know what Gibbs is. Gibbs is a superstar in the making. You already know what J-Mo and Amara are going to bring to the table. If Monty gets going, man, and looks like he is, watch out. This offense all of a sudden now is back to really running the football. And now the passing game becomes a little bit more fun, more unpredictable of what's going to happen. Getting Tesla involved more in the offense too.
I'll tell you somebody who surprised me though. This would be a great surprise, and I think both of you are going to say the same thing. Miles Frazier. Miles Frazier,
a heck of a game.
Held his own. I'm not talking about him just going out there making a couple good plays. I'm talking about people on their ass that game, whether it be one of their interior defensive linemen, dude, and he didn't draw any penalties, if I'm not mistaken. That's something that's big that they're going to need. That if he stays consistent, what do you do with Mahogany when he comes back?
Well,
he did get it.
He got whiffed on Quentin Williams. When Quentin Williams got him on one play.
In the first couple of plays, he got a holding call. He settled down like after the first 4 or 5 plays, and he started. I tell you,
he did better than Cologne. I say that.
Cologne got yanked. Like,
Cologne made a hell of a play with that Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown, though.
Yeah.
Cologne had a hell of a block when Jahmyr Gibbs is broken, got that touchdown.
That's because he got that down. That's
7
why.
pressures in the first drive. That's insane.
That kind of makes me just wonder, what the hell do we do with Mahogany when he comes back?
Mahogany's going to start, but here's the thing. I thought Miles Frazier played solid for what we expected him to be. You got to remember, he came out of the LSU as a tackle. He played tackle for LSU. So he was going against some good defensive ends in the SEC. So I think going and putting him inside, his job is a little bit easier than playing tackle. Now is at guard. There's not a lot of great interior guys as you see in the SEC compared to defensive ends in the SEC. So I think that transition is going to make his game a lot easier because he's a road grader. He puts people on their ass, like B was saying. And all he's got to do is just be consistent. That's all he's got to do. Just stay consistent.
Yeah, he plays the guard position like a tackle. So to what Jay was saying about knocking, he was just knocking people off. That's what tackles do.
Yeah,
that's what usually tackles do. He was just
right.
He was clearing out places. So I mean, that dude was just playing.
Shout out to him.
What's up, Robbie?
Robbie. And this is what we talked about the last time when people are saying, well, Brad Holmes is not addressing the O-line. You see Tate, man. Tate looks like a starter stud. Like he is really coming into his own. He's playing well. And then Miles Frazier, you see the potential in Miles Frazier. Injuries just derailed him early in the season. But I think that with him and Mahogany, now you're looking at a battle because Mahogany started practicing this week. I don't think he'll play this week, but he'll probably be back next week. But if Frazier's going to start, Campbell already said he's going to put him in to start. So we're having 2 rookies going against the Rams. We'll talk about that in the pregame. But the line's kind of filling now into place. You know, Graham played decent. He wasn't all world, but he played all right. Decker was good and solid. Panay was Panay. You just hope the continuity continues with this line. We don't want to have a lot of shuffling pieces.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And I'll tell you the only downside about the game, though, was losing our Pro Bowler safety. That sucks. Yeah. That was
every time we play Dallas, we lose somebody for the year. It never fails. I lost Aiden last year. We lose Brian Branch this year. Let's get let's get away from that for a sec. Let's kind of talk about the Lions win. Who's your studs? Give me a stud for the game. Start with DB.
I'm gonna go with 2 because actually they showed you both, like Montgomery and that break, that touchdown he got, that he just pulled away from the guy like he did last year in Dallas. He's one. Jameer both these backs did exactly what you expect them to do and what you perceive them to be. Jameer Gibbs broke Bland's ankles.
Oh my God, bro!
That was dirty, man. That was dirty.
I know it was only like a 2 or 3 yard gain, but he broke his ankles, dude. I was ooh, and bro, I was watching a video earlier today of all of Jameer Gibbs runs and stuff like that, and he be breaking some ankles out there. He makes guys like kind of this, twist and turn. He kind of does have that Barry. He's not Barry, but he's got that Barry kind of like move to him, and like when he broke Bland's ankles, I don't know. I don't know whether to be wild.
He just stopped. He just stopped to let him go by, and then he went.
Right. You know what makes Jameer Gibbs so dangerous? It's not only how fast he is, but it's how quickly he can stop and then accelerate after stopping.
The deceleration in him is very impressive.
That's what he did to Bland, because Bland was thinking that he was going to run straight into him. He was trying to cut him off at an angle. But Gibbs was like, no, I just stop and go the other way. What are you doing?
There's two guys that you don't want to be stuck in a phone booth with. It is J-Mo and Jameer Gibbs, because both of them will break your freaking ankles. You saw that route that J-Mo did where he looked like he was going a go route, stopped on a dime and caught the football. Back up. Yep. Yeah. Lions have two star players, man.
It's hard to guard people like that. Yeah. But a stud of mine, Al-Qadim Muhammad, he had 3 sacks. Al-Qadim
decided to wake his butt up.
3 sacks. It's about time he did something, because we've been missing him.
Well, it's like we talk about. It's all about one-on-ones. Like if Aiden's going to get all the attention, these dudes got to win one-on-one. And you saw that. Muhammad won one-on-one. Jack won one-on-one. Like you saw dudes winning one-on-one, which is key for the success of the D-line, because Aiden's going to get all the attention. Like I know that he didn't have any sacks, but he had 10 pressures.
I'm not taking anything away from Muhammad, but he was going against a backup tackle. Fair. So he used that against them. That's what he's supposed to do. He's got to do with that. Exactly.
But I will play the guy in front of you.
But I will say this: if you guys follow Brian Baldinger's videos, sometimes he highlighted Aquadine in the play. And he showed how he's getting better as a pass rusher in swimming and cutting the blocker down. Like you could see he's evolving as a better pass rusher. Now, yes, it was against lesser talent, but you hope that teaching is going to get better as we go, because we're going to need him big time.
Mm-hmm. Tell you another stud, Dan Campbell. Give you another stud, Dan Campbell. Play calling, the right decision making to kick field goals and to punt the ball when it's time to do that, rather than going forward on 4th down. It's kind of crazy the difference it makes when you actually take the points, or when you actually give your chance to make a stop when you put the other team on that 20-yard line. So
let's not give him all his praise, because he could go 4th downs all next week against the Rams. But yeah, I think it's all situational. The situation dictated that they were up by some points. So yeah, taking the points, punting, it's not a bad situation.
Even when the Cowboys came back and the Lions could have put themselves in a bad position to where the Cowboys could have taken the lead, Dan Campbell called a master plan type game. He didn't let the Cowboys recover. they went down there and they scored, which ultimately put them up 2 touchdowns. So Dan Campbell, he did the right thing. Just call it a good game, man.
I'm gonna give you all 2 studs. So one of them is gonna be Derek Barnes. I thought the interception that Derek Barnes had was huge because that set us up with points right after the first half. Literally after Dan was saying we need to get a turnover, they get a turnover. So again, I think the NFL's rigged, but whatever. It's the second time that's happened where Dan said that. Maybe you say that every game and they just get a turnover. But anyways, that Derek Barnes interception was huge. He's been playing solid all year, but I've been wanting him to take away the ball more because he's such an athletic specimen. Like you see, like if he would have got better blocking, he probably would have took that to the house. So Derek Barnes was my guy. And then I'm going to give Mr. TK some love because TK, listen, when the game was close, TK had some big returns that literally set us up back on track. If you don't get those big runs, you're having to drive longer the field, and who knows what happens because Dallas had the momentum at the time after they scored that last touchdown. And then TK took it to the 50-yard line, and pretty much the Lions were already in plus territory and got points off that drive. So I'm a shout out to TK, man. If he can
This is true too.
Yeah, if he can return like that going forward, man, now you've got him and Sailors back there. Man, now our special team's looking solid.
Yeah, Pickens was playing like ass after the second half. It's like when CD went out, it was like he had to become the guy, and he just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it.
Yeah, he benefits from having CD Lamb. Mm-hmm. Like George Pickens don't have to be a number 1 in Dallas. That's what makes him so good. But when he had to step up and take that role, he couldn't do it. Excuse me, he couldn't fulfill that. So
I
think now we know. So CD. So we have established because they were talking about, CD's 1A and Pickens is 1B. No. After this game, no, CD's the one. And Pickens is the
CD's like one of the top receivers out there. I mean, you see the way he runs those routes. I mean, poor DJ Reed. I mean, he's a good cornerback, but my God, CJ Lamb.
Nobody covering CD.
You know that very well, don't you? What's that called, Robbie? You know that very well.
Yeah, about Pickens. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, CD put on a clinic out there on DJ Reed.
He sure did.
Yeah, but it's all good. I'm okay with
like, damn, can I get some help out in this?
I'm okay with a stud receiver doing my cornerback bad, but like if it's a scrub, then we got problems. You know, CD's one of the best out there.
It happens.
It's no different than Amon-Ra. Let's talk about Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra St. Brown's a fucking warrior, man. Mm-hmm. That dude, I don't know what players do before they play the game, but my God, Amon-Ra looks so solid in this game. Like, didn't even look like he had a limp or nothing. I mean, this guy got rolled up on pretty bad, and we were concerned that he might be out a couple of weeks. That son of a bitch shows up in this game and plays out 92 yards.
Are we surprised, though? Are we surprised? That's Amon-Ra.
I'm a little surprised in this situation, but overall, I'm not.
It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean,
the dude played 1 year with practically his ankle detached.
It was a squat. It was a squat.
That was last year.
You're talking about his hand?
Or a couple years ago. No, not his hand. Yeah, his quad. That's still something you got to run on, right? So, I mean.
He also played a game where he couldn't catch the ball. Remember, he was having that tingling feeling in his hands. He said he couldn't feel anything from his hands from the receiver show, remember? But he
that's
played
what happens when you get raised by, Mr. Universe, man.
I'm not surprised, and I don't want that to sound disrespectful to Amon-Ra at all. I just know how tough he is. A lot of people may not see it from that aspect, but we've seen Amon-Ra St. Brown for 4 or 5 years. He's been with the Lions now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at how he has built his career. The way he's made a name for himself based off of grit, the hard work, the toughness. When you hurt, still play. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not surprised at all.
A couple of other guys that I want to give shout outs to. Avonte Maddox, after Branch went down, he stepped up. He played well. I mean, we're going to need Avonte the rest of the year, man. He's going to be the starter along with Kirby when Kirby gets back. You know, but yeah, he stepped up good. He played well. Also, too, J-Mo.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man, people need to stop with the slander of why you pay this guy this much money. Hey, you see why you paid him, because when Namara went down, JMO stepped up. And now that JMO's got the confidence of playing well, him and Amara are playing well at a high level. Now Goff's got some other weapons to throw the ball to. And JMO's just getting better and better, man. Like I'm so glad we extended him now, because the ceiling is so high for this dude. And you've already locked him up for three or 4 years. So you're good. Mm-hmm. So he could pop, and he's already paid. So that's all. That's the way I look at it. Like, you're not worried about him sitting in the market or anything.
And JMO
like
had like about 90-something yards too, like 96 yards or something like that.
And he's not doing it with the big plays. He's doing it by just catching the ball and being open and route.
Yeah, 7 receptions and 96 yards.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, there's one play in there, Goff threw, where he and let's I'm gonna keep giving Goff his kudos. That dude was playing.
He deserves it, man. He's fucking balling out right now.
He threw a pass right in between the linebacker and the safety and another corner that was on JMO. I mean, he put that pass right on him. I mean, right. I mean, if any centimeter left or right, it would have got picked or tipped. And he
threw that Tesla touchdown?
Right in there.
A Tesla touchdown was a dime. He had
because he had to throw. Tesla had to jump up and get that one because he was throwing it over to safety, and the safety probably could have picked it off had he been playing the right way, but he didn't.
Yeah.
So,
but that was still a good throw.
Yeah,
and also too, the thing about Goff that the thing about Goff that people don't understand is that Goff has 2 running backs that literally live in the end zone. Okay, no other quarterback has 2 running backs that live in the end zone. So you take away those running backs, Goff's got probably about 30 to 35 touchdowns on the season. Because those are all touchdowns he can score in the red zone. But because the Lions have such a versatility of running backs, they're going to take a lot of the touchdowns away from Goff. That's why Goff's numbers always don't look so high. But even this year, 25-6, hell, I'll take that. Or 26-5, I'll take that all day.
I mean, shit, it's still 4 games left. He can still end up with 30.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Play a game right. He can definitely.
And Gibby's what? Gibby's probably got like 10 touchdowns on the season. Monty's probably close to 10 himself. So both running backs are going to have near probably 1,000 yards after the season's all over. Gibby's already there. I mean, that's amazing for a quarterback that still puts up those kind of numbers with 2 running backs over 1,000 yards.
To give you some exact numbers right now, Jared Goff right now has come on, man. For some reason, my phone want to freeze up.
I'm trying to talk about his text. It's 26-5, and he's got a 70% completion rating right now.
Okay. Yes.
I think he's almost near 4,000 yards.
Yeah, and when you look at that, that's good. I mean,
almost 3,500 yards.
3,500 yards. Okay. So yeah,
if you look at,
he'll be at 4,000 by this season.
If it wasn't for the fact that, excuse me, wasn't for the fact that he was getting sacked so much, because he's got sacked more times by this time. Last year he wasn't sacked as many times as he was by this time last year. He's been sacked 27 times. He probably could have put up, but a lot of people were talking at the beginning of the season that Goff needed to step up because we didn't have Ben Johnson anymore, and everybody wanted to say, well, it's up to Goff to do. And Goff has played flawless. Out of those 5 interceptions, 2 of those were tipped interceptions. They weren't his fault.
Exactly.
So
he's playing just as good as any of the quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Yeah,
really. Exactly. And he's playing with more duress too.
He's got 70%. He's like, I think he's first or second in the league in completion rating at 70.1%. The dude is just I'm getting sick of people just not.
Well, if we look at football the way things are going right now, because I know a lot of y'all watch all the other games. Take a look at what happened with Herbert last night. 7 sacks, 68% pressures because he lost both his tackles. Look at the Chiefs. They lost 4 starters. They had 3 that were out that game. Then they lost their other starter the first play of the game. And you saw Mahomes running for his life. We've seen Stroud at times running for his life because he's got a weak O-line. It's all about the O-line, y'all. If the O-line is not good, you're not going to be good, or unless you're Josh Allen or a superstar player.
Even Josh Allen.
Even they have their issues. Yeah. So, I mean, it starts with that O-line. If your O-line's not good, you're going to have problems.
What with when we talk about players like Jared Goff. See, the thing is, and I respect the hell out of Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, but just because you run back 5 or 6 yards because you got a little speed, you can outrun a defender that may be in front of you. That don't mean that you're a good quarterback. It's about how you are able to get rid of the ball before you get hit. It's about getting the ball to your receiver, not forcing any unnecessary turnovers, not getting yourself to where you're getting sacked 10 yards in the backfield. Like, that's stuff that Jared Goff is elite at. A lot of people be like, well, why in the hell is Jared Goff throwing at the receiver's feet? Because he's not trying to throw an interception. He know he's not able to fit the ball to the receiver, so he has to throw it in the dirt so nobody picks it off. Right. He's not trying to take a sack.
And if he takes a sack, he doesn't take a big-ass sack. He takes a sack of, like, a couple of yards.
Because he always steps back like two feet.
Hey, live to play another day. Tom Brady would tell you, man. When Tom Brady knew he was about to get sacked, he would fall.
I don't know if y'all seen this, but when Buffalo had played the other day, I seen Josh Allen. Josh Allen ran all the way in the freaking backfield, and he had a couple seconds to throw. Now, when pressure was in,
he can make those plays.
Luckily, Shakir, whatever his name is, Shakir, the receiver,
Shakir
got open. Luckily, he had got open and he caught that touchdown pass. Now, if he wasn't able to get that ball off a millisecond later, he would have got sacked, and that would have been turnover on downs because they went for it on fourth. You know, like, that's what separates people like the good and the bad. I mean, you just have to make good decisions.
I think also too, you hit the nail on the head that Goff knows when his clock is over.
Yes,
absolutely. He's going to go down, and he's gotten better at protecting the football when he gets sacked. Well, yeah, sometimes he has.
I think he's elite at that. I'm gonna be honest,
but he's gotten better. He's gotten better at getting that. And he's gotten better at getting sacked and not fumbling the ball.
Knock on wood. Yeah. Knock on wood. That's the reason why Jared Goff is doing pretty good with ball control. I'm just going to say that. I'm not even going to put the bad energy out there, but he's doing good with ball, like not turning the ball over, doing what he has to do. Because he's trying to put the ball in harm's way. No, you good. You go ahead.
What are you going to say, B?
I think a popular misconception with quarterbacks that are athletic, that can run, you use that situation in case your offensive line, which is supposed to be pretty good anyway, breaks down and you can't find any receivers. That's what a running quarterback will do for you. Now, Goff doesn't have that benefit, so he has to throw quick passes. So we use him in a different way than you would use a running quarterback. So, I mean, if you have a bad offensive line, I don't give a damn what running quarterback you have back there.
Exactly.
Against Houston, Josh Allen was running for his life back there. He lost 16 yards on a sack because he ran all the way around all the place, and Houston just gang tackled him in the backfield.
Look at Lamar Jackson. Look at the year Lamar Jackson has happened. I mean, he went from an MVP caliber season last year to being not statistically as good this year. He still got the same qualities, right? He's not injured. What is
that's why this whole
protect him the way he needs to.
That's why this whole mobile narrative needs to stop, because the way I look at it is, yeah, sure, a mobile quarterback can create you plays outside the pocket. I agree with that. However, a mobile quarterback can also lose you a lot of fucking yards.
I want to bring up a stat really quick, and you guys keep talking, but I'm about to bring up a stat really quick.
What did Robbie say about Goff? I didn't see that one.
So he couldn't outrun DJ Reader, but that's not what Goff does. So
no, he's not trying to outrun anybody. He's trying to save himself. Shit.
The fact that he had the one game he had 24 yards rushing.
I have a question for you guys. Okay, name me the top 5 offenses right now statistically.
Lions.
What we think?
Yes.
Probably Lions and Rams.
Colts, Rams. Lions. Colts, Rams. Lions.
Buffalo, maybe.
Who else?
No,
probably
Buffalo might be up there. Rephrase that total offense, like what they're counting touchdowns, yards per play, yards per game. You right now, number 1, you got Dallas.
Dallas. I forgot about them. Yeah.
At number 2, it's Buffalo. Number 3, the Detroit Lions. Number 4, the Los Angeles Rams, and number 5, the Chicago Bears.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, how many mobile quarterbacks have we left off of this list? Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. You know, I'm sure y'all can name a couple more people that can actually use their feet, but even with these mobile quarterbacks, their offense is still not as good as the Lions.
But you know why?
Still aren't averaging as many yards per play, yards per game as the Lions.
But you know why? Because of the skill players. You've got a guy like Gibbs, you've got a guy like JMO, you've got a guy like St. Brown. These dudes can eat up space and create explosives. Like, people want to know that it's funny that the Lions O-line has struggled this whole season. You mentioned Jared Goff getting sacked a lot. However, the Lions are still up there with explosives. They're still up there with big plays because of the guys that we have.
That's true too.
The Cowboys got those guys too. It's just, I think the thing that you're looking at, those top five, there's only two quarterbacks that really can move in those top five. That's
right.
Stafford and
Caleb
and
Josh. Jared Goff has been in the dirt and under pressure, duress. He still had 309 yards against the Cowboys. He had 256 against the Green Bay Packers. He still had almost 300 against the Giants. I mean, Jared Goff is.
It's not his fault. When your line sucks, it's not your fault.
Exactly. So the whole mobile narrative, the whole mobile quarterback narrative, it doesn't fucking matter if your quarterback runs a 4-4 in the fucking 40. It doesn't matter. It's how your quarterback is able to be protected,
but
get the ball to his receivers.
But I will say this, Jay, on your point, because Goff has to get the ball out of his hands so quickly. You have guys like Gibby and you have guys like JMO and even St. Brown at times that can turn a 5-yard play into a 60-yard play because they're so good in space. And that's what Dan's starting to realize as a play caller, that, hey, I got to get these guys in space any way possible, whether it's through the intermediate, whether it's through the slot, whether it's downfield. I got to get these guys in space as much as possible because nobody's going to be able to tackle these dudes in a phone booth. Like, you see that. People are losing their jock straps on the field because they're trying to tackle these dudes.
Agreed. I agree.
All right.
I agree.
Yeah. Just Goff has not been the issue, even in the losses. To me, he hasn't been that issue.
I agree.
I think that the offensive line, like I said, whenever the interior line goes, the Lions go. If they play really well, the Lions are going to play really well. If they don't, it's not going to happen. So, I mean, Goff hasn't been the issue, though. I mean, the dude's still playing with 70.1 completion rate. He's got almost 3,500 yards.
Yeah,
he's been under duress. He's still pretty good at that. I mean, I wish he would hold on to the ball a little bit better when he does get hit in the backfield, because he's had a couple of those. Or throw it away too. Sometimes that might be the case, but there's a couple of times he's been sacked and he didn't see it coming because they were on him so fast because whoever was blocking decided to whiff on the block.
Decker.
So Decker or the guard or anybody. And I'm not gonna blame everything on Decker either, because the guards are playing.
But that sack on Micah Parsons that sack where Micah Parsons literally blew up Goff. That was I had that one in my head so much because it looked like Decker just like didn't even give it an effort. He was like, screw it.
You gotta realize too that these teams. I mean, our offensive line is human too. I mean, the first play, Poopy Pants got a sack. Guess who he beat to get that sack?
Sewell.
But he also wrapped around Sewell because it was.
There's no excuse, dude. Sewell should have got that block.
But did he get credit? Did he get credit getting up the sack? Because he hasn't given a sack all year.
He shouldn't have got credit. He should have got credit for giving the sack up, because the dude went around him. He was coming off. It wasn't straight up,
but it was around. Yeah. But you're right.
He should have still blocked him. But Sewell sometimes you'll see him, I wouldn't say go to sleep, but the effort at the point of attack isn't there immediately. He'd be like, "Oh, I gotta go block this dude," and then he might recover. He recovers really well, but there's sometimes he don't recover.
But let's give credit where credit's due. Houston's played against Sewell.
It's a minimal amount of time too. It's a minimal time. Yeah. It's not like they're doing this every play. You just notice when somebody gets a sack on Panay. That's the thing. You don't notice when nobody else comes off that end for the rest of the game. That's the point. But
Panay Sewell, he's I really think that his injuries are a little bit more severe than we may think they are, because Penei Sewell, he's been consistently on the injury report. And 2, he just kind of looked like he winces every snap, and he just don't look like himself.
I mean, he's always in the
like he's dealing with some injury that may be
he's
taking
always in the crosshairs. Like you watch him, he does all the run blocks. So who's running behind him? The running backs. And they're trying to get yards, like he's trying to punish everybody. The difference with Penei Sewell that I haven't seen with other tackles outside of maybe Trent Williams, they punish the dudes. Like they don't just block.
They go running down the field and
they
block.
Punish,
they
punish the hell out of them.
Yeah.
And because of that, that's where you're going to get hurt. You know.
But you speak of Amon St. Brown, Penei's been a warrior in that position too. He's been playing through all kinds of injuries.
I hate saying this, man, and I hate even speaking on it. I know y'all gonna get upset at me for speaking on it, but how many games have Penei Sewell missed?
Not any, really.
Maybe one.
His whole career.
No, he missed one last year. Or did he miss one this year?
Penei Sewell is a fucking monster.
Yeah.
Penei Sewell is a monster. That's an Iron Man. That's the true meaning of an Iron Man right there.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get credit for getting up a sack on that game. Just letting you know. I was
just saying.
But either way.
He should have.
Real quick, before we move on to the picks, scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in this O-line going forward?
If they keep this same O-line, because he learned one thing about the O-line that I noticed in this game, once they took Cologne out, is that they communicated better. Mm-hmm. And Frazier was, and then Frazier's a road grader. So, I know Dan wanted to downplay that in his press conference that he had, right? When somebody asked him that question, how you feel he's going to do, and he kind of like, well, he's got to practice a lot more. He's got to get more reps and stuff like that. He's downplaying it, but I bet you in the back of his mind, he said that dude was balling out there because he was when he came in there. He changed the whole offensive line when he came out there.
That's why he's going to start in this next game.
Absolutely,
you trust him against that D line,
and he needs to continue to start.
That's all right. What if Mahogany comes back? He's going to be probably back next week.
That dude wasn't doing a very good job when he was in there.
Really? I don't know. I thought Mahogany was pretty solid.
I would keep Mahogany in there too. I mean, really, I don't want to throw anything off too much, but
hey, you know what? If Bruce competition, whoever's playing the hottest, I'll put him back in there.
I mean, it's good. It's good to have him as a backup, Simo, because what you really can do. I mean, if Glasgow gets hurt, you can move right to the center and put Simo on the other side.
True,
because that would work too. But they got to communicate. I think that's the thing about Simo that was different. Simo doesn't seem like he knows how to communicate really well on that line.
He doesn't really
listen to what listen to what Glasgow and he doesn't listen to the line assignments really well, because I've seen him whiff on a lot of pancakes that he has, or he'll be down. He'll be like, "Who am I blocking, dude? You don't know who the hell you blocking. You should have known that when you were coming off the ball." That's
true.
I've seen him do that too many times. That's the reason why. And Frazier, besides the one holding call he got, and he did whiff on one block, but I think that was more of an assignment issue, and because he's a rookie and he didn't, he hasn't been playing with the team so much. But after that, it was like he was a natural the whole rest of the game. He was just running people over.
And one last thing on Frazier too is that he played tackle in college, so he has experience playing tackle in a pinch if needed.
I do too.
I love pancakes too. Give me some chocolate chips.
All right, let's move on to the picks. B, roll your power rankings and we'll do some picks.
All right.
As always,
And
B keeping
Patriots
us on
don't ever go away.
as always, B keeping us on our toes with the music. I thought I was watching a movie, so good stuff, B.
Yeah.
All
We're not
right.
trying to do copyright infringements anymore. That's the whole point.
Yeah, man.
It's all good.
We don't want that.
All right. Well, go ahead, B, and give us the results from this week.
All righty.
So just surprise
Jay.
me.
Well, hey, first of all, Nate, I want to congratulate you because you actually did the best out of everybody this week. You were 9-5.
It's shocking. I didn't even count mine. And I was like, oh wow, I did the best. I didn't even know.
You're listening to us, man. You gotta get better.
I'm telling
man.
you, these games are so fucking weird, dude. Like, come on.
It's late in the season now, so anything goes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you were 9-5. Me and Jay were both 8-6, and Liz was 7-7. She picked a couple of games. I was like, okay, Liz. Anyway,
Yes.
that
You
brings
watched
our
the-
total. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, Jay, you're still atop of the leaderboard by 2 games over me. You're 123-66. I'm 122-68. Liz is 114-75. Nate is 112-77. You are creeping up on Liz, Nate. So let's continue the good work.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's unpredictable. You're gonna have some upsets in every week. It's just the way it is.
Get lucky. That's the other thing too.
You have to go on a limb. All right.
Can't be picking teams like Washington when they come in and you think after one team gets blown out and gets shut out, you're like, yeah, they're not going to play well. And Washington come in and roll over, and then the Commanders get blown out and shut out.
Well, we didn't know Jaden. We didn't know Jaden was going to get hurt. We didn't know Jaden was going to get hurt again.
Minnesota.
That wouldn't have helped them because they were playing like crap before that.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go. I picked the Ravens.
We ain't got there yet.
That's another game. Or no, I picked Pittsburgh. I don't remember. Whatever. I was 9-5.
Anyway.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Falcons and Buccaneers. Buccaneers are 4.5-point favorites at home. B.
Yeah, I got the Bucks. I'm also going to give Liz picks too. She's got the Bucks.
Okay, good. Yeah. Also, I got the Buccaneers. Falcons are cooked.
Bucks. Even though the Bucks did lose to the Saints, I think the Bucks bounced back. That was another weird game.
Yeah.
All right. Probably game of the week. Bills and Patriots. Bills are 1.5 point favorites on the road. B.
I got the Bills. Patriots got Patriot. Liz has got the Patriots.
Jay.
Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills.
Patriots. I think Drake May is the real deal, and this is at home. And they win this game, they win the division. So give me the Patriots. All right. Bears and Browns. Bears are 7.5 point favorites at home. B.
Me and Liz both have the Bears.
Teddy Bears.
Yeah, I'll probably take the Bears. It's going to be a close game, but I'll take the Bears.
I know that kills you too.
I would hope the Browns win because that would help us. But yeah, probably the Bears. Okay. All right. Chiefs and Chargers. Chiefs are 4.5 point favorites at home. B.
Yeah, eventually the Chiefs are going to get the ship right. I'm not going to say they're making the playoffs, but I think they're going to win. The Chargers, that's 7 sacks. I'm sure the Chiefs are sitting at home like, yeah.
And it was at home.
we know how we got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know where to go now.
Bro. You just sold me, B. You just sold me, bro. I got to go with the Chiefs, man.
Yeah, Liz is going with the Chiefs. I'm going with the Chiefs as well.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs too, and one of the big reasons why is because Herbert ran up the middle against the Eagles. You know who's up the middle for the Chiefs? Chris Jones.
Yeah. They didn't have Jaden.
They didn't have Carter. They didn't have Carter.
They didn't have Carter in the front. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Loftus too.
Yeah. All right. Commies versus the Giants. Giants are 2.5 point favorites at home. B.
Man, if you think I'm picking the damn Commanders and a-holes, me and Liz are picking the Giants.
Yep.
Giants. Yeah, I'm taking the Giants.
Especially after that Ertz injury, man. Ertz was a big part of that offense.
Yeah. Ertz, you think Ertz's career is done?
Might be because he's a little bit older. I don't want to speak bad on him. Please do not misinterpret that the wrong
That
way.
was ugly. That was ugly.
At his age, having an injury like that is not good.
All I'm gonna say is everybody who thought Hawkinson's injury by Kirby was dirty, see that play. That was pretty. All right. He wasn't even trying to make a tackle on that. All right. Jets versus Jaguars. Jaguars are 12.5-point favorites at home. B.
Against who?
Oh, the Jags. Jets and the Jags.
Oh,
Me and Liz got the Jags.
Yeah, I got the Jags. I don't think they'll cover that though. It'd be a close game.
Jags. Yeah, Jags are playing better football. So yes, I take the Jags.
Yeah.
All right.
I believe in them.
Raiders versus Eagles. Eagles are 11.5-point favorites at home. B.
Eagles.
Oh, yeah. Me and Liz got the Eagles. You got to take the Eagles.
They gotta win sometime, right?
Raiders are bad. They're really bad.
They're on like a 4-game losing streak right now, right?
Yeah, the
Eagles are.
Well, the Eagles are a 3-game losing streak actually, but still, they want to come back and they better not lose against the Raiders. They lose against the Raiders, they are not.
Sirianni's going to get fired if they lose the Raiders.
Somebody's
going to get fired.
I don't know about all that, but they ain't going to the playoffs.
His seat is getting hot.
They're not going to win the first round of the playoffs.
You lose 4 in a row, man. You got.
Dude, after they lost against the freaking Bears, somebody egged the the offensive coordinator's house?
Yeah.
Chulo's, yeah.
Allegedly?
Chulo's house, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why?
Somebody egged Jalen Hurts' house.
Why?
You got the Eagles?
Yeah, I got the Eagles.
Nate?
Yeah, I got the Eagles, yeah. I would love for them to lose, but no, it's not going to happen. All right. Ravens versus Bengals. Ravens are 2.5-point favorites on the road. B.
Well, I'll be the jack off that has the Bengals there, Yinser, because I'm taking the Ravens.
Jay.
And Liz is taking the Bengals.
Give me the Ravens. They gotta win the game.
I swear to God, you were going to go for the Bengals.
Give me.
The Ravens has to win some game sometime.
Yeah. Give me
Divisional
Joey Burrow,
game.
man. Joey Burrow has been playing balls out. If it wasn't for that pick that he threw to the guy, which was crazy,
Two of them.
that he caught it. Well, that
the
one
second one
to
was
the
like
house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second one bounced off hands.
He
I have
threw
a
4
question for
touchdowns.
you.
So give me the Bengals. What's up?
Is this the year that John Harbaugh gets fired? If he loses, if he keeps losing, does he get fired?
Maybe.
Robbie, what say you? I know you're the expert with the AFC North. So please give me your expertise.
All I'm saying is I think the Ravens have. I think Lamar Jackson's not healthy.
I would be surprised. Now, it's depending on what Pittsburgh does. I wouldn't be surprised that all 4 coaches in that division get fired.
That'd be crazy.
Mike Taylor and Kevin Stefanski for sure.
Stefanski's just being an idiot.
Stefanski for sure.
Shador is
Taylor
saving
ain't getting
Stefanski's
nowhere. He can't
job.
win no games early, and that's
Taylor
costing
needs to be
him in the
fired,
back of the
yes.
season.
Taylor will
John
be fired.
Harbaugh, the fans been calling for his ass for such a long time.
Yeah,
3
that's
years
what
at
I'm
least.
saying.
They
Like,
ain't
when
got
do you
nowhere.
make that change?
And same thing with Tomlin.
But here's the thing. If you fire these coaches, who are you replacing them with? Because John Harbaugh has been a hell of a coach for them for a long time. Mike Tomlin's been a hell of a coach for them a long time. Zach Taylor deserves to get fired. You can replace Zach Taylor, but those other coaches, those are top coaches. They're gonna get jobs somewhere else.
They're not top coaches if they're getting talked about being on the hot seat. They can't be top coaches.
What did they swap? What if Tomlin goes to the freaking Cincinnati or he goes somewhere else?
Watch if
Tomlin will probably retire or go coach a college team.
Atlanta. No, he gonna coach Atlanta.
No, somebody's gonna hire
Tomlin.
Georgia. Somebody's gonna fire
coach
their
Atlanta.
coach to get
from
Tomlin.
Georgia.
Yeah,
like bro, Raheem Morris is about to be out of the way, man.
Yeah.
Watch.
Somebody's gonna fire their coach to get Tomlin. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna happen.
Right. If you fire Mike Tomlin, you just an idiot. If you mind.
But that would be amazing if all four coaches in that division got fired.
Or even swap. You never know. But anyways, because they're all familiar with the division. All right,
they
so
gotta get fired
Bengals
first, though. That's the point.
Okay, so 2 Ravens and 2 Bengals. I'm going Bengals.
I have Ravens.
Give me Joey Burrow.
So
Never know, Robbie. It could
cigarettes.
happen. All right. The Rivers Colts versus the Seahawks. Seahawks are 13.5-point favorites at home.
Seahawks.
I don't care who's and Rivers was signed. However, What's his
Riley
face?
Leonard's out. Is probably
Riley-
out because
No,
he's
he's
got a knee
not.
problem.
He's not questionable right now. They're going to make that a game time decision, basically. So
Oh,
that's
if
why they
game time,
signed
he's got
Phillip
knee
Rivers.
problems.
They ain't got nobody else. All they got is
It's
Rippon.
not going to be Riley Leonard. If he's game time, he's got a knee problem. He's probably out.
Which means he's playing if it's a
Well,
game
that
time.
was Amon St. Brown too.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
But a knee and an ankle are two different things.
It really don't make a difference because whoever quarterback's is back there is getting smoked because Seattle ain't no joke on defense. I'm going with Seattle. So is Liz. What you got, Jay?
All right.
Oh, I'm Seattle all day.
Yeah,
Seattle all day.
Give me Seattle. I'll be interested to see who the
With
quarterback is.
With Danny Jones going down like that, Daniel Jones, they're done. They're done.
Mm-hmm.
This team is running out of steam.
I'm with
they're
you.
Done.
Yeah.
It was a nice story
and,
at the beginning of the year, but
their schedule's brutal. And their schedule's brutal going forward. All right. Whackers versus the Broncos. Packers are 2.5-point favorites on the road. B.
Liz's has the Packers. I have the Broncos. They are not beating the Broncos in Mile High Stadium. It's not doing it.
Broncos all day. Broncos all day.
If it was in Green Bay, I would probably say the opposite.
I don't know. I don't know. Love struggles with a lot of pressure.
I'd still pick the Broncos.
I still pick the Broncos.
I still go with the Broncos. I see this being a Cleveland Brown type of game where they lose a low-scoring game. Two good defenses, but I think that Broncos offense is going to be a little too much for them. Give me the Broncos, man.
Yeah, Broncos.
All day and night.
All right. Panthers versus Saints. Panthers are 2.5-point favorites on the road. B.
I have the Panthers. Liz has the Saints.
This one for you, Sonia. Going with the Panthers.
I'm going Saints. Saints showed me something, man. Going into a hostile environment in Tampa Bay and beating them. I think going back home, they get some momentum. They feel like things are kind of turning around a little bit for them the rest of the season.
Sure, you could say that because and the Panthers have already gotten beat by the Saints at home,
and they're playing in the dome. So there you go.
We'll see.
Give me who dat Nation. All right, 49ers versus the Titans. Niners are 12.5-point favorites at home. B.
Yeah. I'm going with the Niners. So is Liz. What do you got, Jay?
Who are they facing?
The Titans, the titties.
Who won?
Give me the Niners, bro.
You got a 1-game winning streak. Yeah, give me the Niners. Yeah. Yeah, Niners' schedule is pretty cake.
But I got the
as quiet as kept, San Francisco needs to keep winning too because they're in that battle. In that
Have you seen their schedule? Outside of the Bears, their schedule is pretty cake.
Mm-hmm.
They should get in. All right, Vikings versus Cowboys. Cowboys are 5.5-point favorites at home. B.
Yeah, I'm getting sick of the in and out Vikings. But I'm going Cowboys because they just have the better offense. I just don't think, and they're playing in Dallas, so that's
a big play.
So me and Liz both got Dallas. What do you got, Jay?
Is what's his name playing? Is CeeDee Lamb playing, or is he still out with concussion through the concussion protocol?
Oh, he's in a concussion protocol. He'll probably be playing. It depends. Yeah. I mean, we won't know nothing until about Saturday.
Do I go alter ego 9? No, I'm going with Dallas.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if CeeDee Lamb's playing. George Pickens is about to go off in this game, so he's heard all the shit that people talking about him. So I think he's gonna come out for a big game. So
alter ego 9.
All right, Dolphins versus Steelers. Steelers are 3-point favorites at home. B.
This is a hard game to pick because Dolphins been playing pretty good football lately. They've been keeping Mike McDaniels.
Hey, they won a cold game. They won a cold game.
Well, 40 degrees is cold to Southerners.
What's the temperature going to be?
Cold to us.
Sunday? What's the temperature going to be, Robbie, on Sunday?
It'd probably be more than 40. That's for sure.
I'm picking who Robbie picked. Who you picking, Robbie? Hurry up and respond back.
Yeah. Who you picking, Robbie? Well, I already picked the Steelers. I picked the Steelers.
Picking. Robbie, what's the temperature going to be on Sunday?
Hey, look, Robbie ain't a homer, bro. He will pick against his team.
Yeah, he'll pick against his team.
Robbie, what is the temperature going to be for the game at 7 o'clock?
Just Liz, me and Liz picked the Steelers, so
I'm waiting to see what Robbie says.
Come on, Robbie, type faster.
A couple days ago, he said fire everybody.
21 degrees. 21 degrees.
I'll give me the
me the
Squealers.
Steelers.
Hey, Squealers. Give me the Squealers.
Yeah, hell no. Give me the Steelers.
Yeah.
All right. And let's see. Cardinals versus Texans. Texans are 9.5-point favorites at home. B.
Houston.
Yeah, me and Liz got the Texans.
Yeah, Houston.
Right.
I'm not going away from that.
Dog, man,
I think the game. I think it's gonna be
quarterback.
I think it's gonna be a close game, but give me the Texans.
Man, bro, Texans might win by 30.
No.
Man, they might shut Arizona out.
If they had a better offense, I would say that. Their offense is still kind of
Texans don't play well at home at times. They're hit or miss. They play well against the Buffalo game.
I don't see how it could get any better for Houston. They're going up against.
They got the number one defense. I don't care.
Dog,
exactly. They're gonna win. I just don't think it's gonna be that.
Shut the Arizona Cardinals out, bro. Like dead serious.
Yeah, they better not.
Yeah.
All right. And finally, we're all taking the Lions, right?
Absolutely.
Go ahead. If you want to go the Rams, go the Rams. Do it.
Are we going absolutely with the Lions, man? Come on now. All right.
Well, you were on the fence about the Cowboys. That's why I was asking.
Yeah,
the Rams are a hell of a lot better than the Cowboys.
Scared me coming off that game.
Different situation, different week. That's basically what that's about.
But the thing is, you know something, bro? If the Carolina Panthers can go to LA and win, I think the Lions can go in there and win too.
No, the Rams went to Carolina.
Was it? Okay, I thought they went to LA. Okay.
But they still beat them, and Carolina is undermanned in every
this is
position.
no disrespect to the Panthers because I think they're playing really good football right now. But the Panthers aren't the Lions. Let's get that misunderstood.
One thing that we have to do in this game, just real quick, just one thing before we get to the preview. Make Stafford uncomfortable. Because when you make him uncomfortable, he does dumbass shit.
Yep. All right. So on that note, let's go into the preview. And so, B, you said put pressure on Stafford, which I agree with you. I mean, Stafford is like Goff. He's a statue. I mean, he might have a little bit more mobility than Goff does, but they're both he has a little bit more bad under pressure.
Everybody has a little bit more mobility, probably except for Phillip Rivers, but other than that, than Goff.
What I will say for me is my key is run the football, because the one thing that defense has struggled with is the run, and the Lions' running game looks like it's finally coming around, which what we need, especially going into the colder parts of the year and possibly playing outdoors. A running game is key for victory. So that's my key. Jay, what would be yours?
Key, I'm going to say that defense, man. I think that defense is going to have to play a big role because Stafford's playing like an MVP right now. And like B said, you got to make him uncomfortable, make him make his own mistakes because that's still Matthew Stafford back there. Now, while I have respect for him, he do tend to do dumb shit when you make him uncomfortable. So, hold up.
Well,
just like any other quarterback, but
Stafford's a gunslinger, man. He's going to throw that ball up for 50-50, especially the Puka Nacua.
Absolutely, and it's going to be key if Kirby Joseph goes this week. I hear he's practicing. I'm not sure how true that is.
I really hope he's going, man. We cannot have two backup safeties back there against Stafford.
Kirby Joseph plus gunslinging Matthew Stafford really favors the Lions all day, every day. So I think that they're going to have play sound football on defense. I'm not really too worried about the running game because the Lions show that they can stop the run game. It's going to be passing. It's going to be the 3rd and shorts or the 3rd and 5 and 6. Are they going to be able to get off the field? That's going to be very big for me. So
the Lions are 5th in rushing offense, and Rams are 11th against rush defense.
Okay, so
they're like good. They're like good, except good, you know. Like,
but if you go back to the Panther game, they won that game because they ran the football on them, just like we do. Like they have a two-headed monster. They had Dowdle and they had Chuba. We have Monty and we have Gibbs, and I would argue that Gibbs can be used a lot more different.
Have you noticed that too? A lot of teams are doing exactly what the Lions are doing
because you can't have one workhorse. You can't have
not as good
workhorse.
It's kind of like, in fact, the Rams are like that. That just not to the degree that the Lions running backs are. They got Corum and they got the Williams, and both of them. Williams is more of the faster back. Corum is the one the bruiser. It's the same. Everybody's doing that concept run. It's like people are it used to be the Lions would not conform to everybody else. You know how the league would do certain things and everybody would conform to it and do the same thing. Now everybody's doing the same things the Lions are doing. I think that's pretty cool.
It's all about ball control, B. I mean, they see how the Lions, a lot of success has come because they would control the ball and they control the clock and the time. Like, if you want to do that, you've got to run the football. Passing the ball doesn't do anything for you other than just try to score you points. If you want to control the clock, you got to run the football.
Hey, Robbie, give me an honest opinion about Kazee too. How you feel about Kazee? Because he played for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the additions that they made. So Kazee, a safety that from Notre Dame, I believe, right? He's from Notre Dame. He was drafted in Notre Dame, I think. I don't know.
Oh, by the way, Liz just texted me and she said change her pick from the Rams to the Lions. She said she got some information.
Hey, Liz.
She got some information on the Cali call that made her change her mind.
Girl.
I want to know what this is now, damn it.
You can't change your pick after you've already done it. Anyways.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can't, as long as it's during the show. Can't do it
All right. So just to go over some transactions, Ross Dwelly got cut. Mollett is back on the team.
Yeah, Kazee.
More likely he's going to be probably starting or he's going to be at least a backup for this game. We did lose Brian Branch, like Jay was saying earlier. I would imagine that it's probably going to be Maddox and hopefully Kirby back there. As far as cornerbacks, how are y'all feeling about Meek Robinson? Because he's given up a crap load of yards. Did y'all see how many yards he's given up for the year so far?
I mean, that's like comparative about
724.
all the Lions in general. He's probably way not the worst cornerback in the league.
No, I'm just but what I'm saying is, like, do you still want him to start, especially against the Chiefs?
Yeah. I feel like he's playing out of position. He's not meant to be a number one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you want him in a starting role or do you want to put him back at the nickel?
I would keep him in the starting role. I mean, I definitely am not going to have him guarding Puka Nacua or Devontae Adams, but
I think he should just keep as the number 2. I mean, you got DJ Reader out there; he's the number 1 guy, and DJ Reed. I mean, he's the number 1 guy. And
would you have Mollett out there, or would you?
I'd probably, actually, to tell you the truth, I would probably keep him Meek at the nickel because I think that's where he's most comfortable at.
I agree,
and I think his special assignments are, against players that he knows he can go against.
Sure.
If he doesn't if you're throwing him out there as a number 2 all the time, it ain't going to work out very good for him.
No, he's not that talented to play at number 2.
Especially leaving him one-on-one.
Yeah, he is talented. He shut down JJ. Give me a break. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, what I'm saying is that this year he's kind of struggled against the really good receivers.
That's because he's been playing a number 2 a lot.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
He's not a full season.
He's not a full number 2 CB.
Right, no.
He needs to be a nickel, and I think Yasin.
Yasin had a good game.
Yasin is a good coverage, and if Yasin screws up, then you put Maddox in that situation. That's why I don't think he's going to be playing safety this game. I think they're going to throw KZ into the Wolves. They're going to throw. What about
Mollett? What about Arthur Mollett?
Mollett can come in there. He's basically a backup at this point, but he can come in there and spell if one of the cornerbacks go down. Okay. The original ones go down. Yeah. So I like that. I'm glad they're bringing them back.
Yeah, me too. So what you're saying is basically start DJ, start Yasin, and then put Meek at the nickel, and then you have Maddox and Kirby in the back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can
or Kazee. It'll most likely be Kazee, and I'm telling you right now, that's why they got Kazee. It'll be Kazee, and if Kirby starts, it'll be Kazee. If doesn't,
Kirby plays. How about that? Let's just see if he's gonna play.
Just like Kirby. That's the whole thing right there.
Shit, let's see if he plays. But
I think Kazee's definitely gonna play. I mean, it really doesn't take much. If Kirby is out there, either way, he's gonna be out there, Kazee. Because if Kirby's out there, he's the captain of the backfield, so he'll be able to bark plays off. If he doesn't play, Maddox will probably be back there, and he'll be the captain of the backfield and calling the plays.
Don't forget Harper's still there too. He had a concussion. He got concussed the last game, but he's still out there.
Yeah. Harper's okay.
Yeah. And you want to know something?
That's what we need. We need him in zone.
Robbie, I don't think the Lions are going to be running too much man coverage against this team here.
Nope.
Well, we said that against the Cowboys, and they ran a lot of
Well,
man.
they did run a lot of zone though. There was a lot of zone in that
I don't
game.
think they have the firepower to run man against this team here. It's just not favorable for the Lions to do that.
Losing Brian Branch was a big loss because that's your Swiss Army knife, and you can
now you don't have Branch or Arnold. That's like you obviously can't run it the way you want to. While you have depth, I just don't think it favors the Lions to play.
No, because he's not Branch, but he is the same type of player Branch is, so he'll make plays the same way Branch is. He can take the ball away. He's a good hitter. But I mean, again, he's not Brian Branch. I don't expect that out of Kazee.
No one's Brian Branch.
Yeah, nobody's Brian Branch. But Kazee is a good backup for Brian Branch. I think he'll get the job done if he's put out there. I just need somebody solid next to him. That's what. If it's Maddox or if it's Kirby, I'm fine.
Let's talk about Brian.
Don't put Harper out there.
Do Kirby Joseph come back to form? That's my question. If he plays,
if he's out there, he better make plays. That's what Shep always says. If you're putting him out there, he's healthy. He's ready to go in his eyes.
That is true.
Let's go back to Brian Branch for a sec because I think it's important to talk about. So Brian Branch went out with an Achilles injury. More likely, it's probably going to be a year out, I would imagine. So maybe even longer. His contract's going to come up pretty soon after the next year or this year. I'm not sure. What do the Lions do?
It'll probably be next year.
Okay, so he's probably going to be out next year too.
Well, we're used to that anyway because we got a whole bunch of damn corners.
Yeah, he's 25. He's 25 years old, I believe. I don't know when his birthday is. He's been pretty solid for this defense.
2 years ago, 23.
He's got a lot of boneheaded moves at times, which frustrates you. But he's a dog on the field. What do the Lions do? I mean, you can't trade him because now he's got an Achilles injury, so he's pretty much untradeable.
You probably draft someone.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, what do you do with him? Do you let him go after the season's over? Because more likely, he's not going to play till the next contract.
He's not going to walk. Brian Branch is not a person you just let go walk in free agency. They'll more than likely have to be probably a franchise tag involved, or you may package up something to send him away.
Lions have never franchise tagged anybody,
but he will never walk.
I think they will in this because you know what they're going to do. He's coming off a rookie contract, so you got to pay him big. What you want to do is give him that 1 year franchise tag because he's not going to be available most of next year to play either. So you want to see what he does when he comes back the next year, and then you can go from that point. I think the same thing they did to Aiden Hutchinson, exactly what I thought they were going to do. They're going to wait to see what he does in the beginning of the year, and then at the time of the break, when they had their bye week, they were going to sign him up because he was doing good. They want to make sure that those kind of leg injuries,
which they should.
They got to be cautious about that. The Lions are really cautious about every damn thing.
Exactly.
I mean, overly cautious about some things.
So here's my question. He's probably not going to play next year. And if he does, it's going to probably be at the end of next year.
He just won't play a lot. I think he will come in maybe Thanksgiving-ish.
Yeah, he'll be there about that time.
Maybe around that. But here's the thing.
Remember this. Remember when what was his name? The guy Cam Akers from the Los Angeles Rams. Remember at the beginning of the year he popped his Achilles and he played in the Super Bowl. Now I know, granted, it was the Super Bowl. You want to come back and play no matter what happens, but just giving you a timeline of when he could possibly play.
Yeah, he's a young guy, so it all depends on his rehab and all that. I'm gonna say more likely he's gonna miss almost all next year. More likely. And Achilles injury, it takes about 2 years to recover to your full strength again. And he might never be that way. Because I mean, you just look at the timeline. I mean,
let me tell you something.
No, that's not really true, actually, because I'm gonna tell you, and it goes back a long time ago. The first game of the season where Pittsburgh won the Super Bowl, right? First game of the season, they played the Lions.
Holy shit.
They played the Lions, and Barry Sanders
broke
Jesus
Christ,
man.
Damn, are you gonna go that far?
ACL. It was his ACL, and he came back and played in the Super Bowl.
But ACLs are different than Achilles. Achilles are usually
ACLs are worse than Achilles.
Those are both
I
pretty
don't.
bad. Those are
Achilles
both pretty bad.
weaken your legs going forward. ACLs, people can bounce back from ACLs.
In my opinion, I think the Achilles is a little bit worse.
I think it's
what I'm saying, considering like how far medicine has come, that people are able to, get ACL surgery and then return the next season. It happens, but with Achilles, that sometimes could be a career injury for certain players. Now, I think with medicine evolving the way that it did, I think Brian Branch will still have a window to come back. Like I said, around Thanksgiving.
No doubt he will. But the thing is, will he be the same Brian Branch? Because you think about Achilles, is Achilles take away your pop sometimes. You see basketball players that lose Achilles injuries.
I think he will.
I mean, we're not going to know that until he actually plays. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why they should give him a contract that equals what he's going to do. So, if he doesn't come back until late in the season next year, like maybe around between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and he's able to play and say we get in the playoffs, he's able to play in the playoffs and be effective all that time, then we can start considering what we're going to do.
Y'all want to know somebody I think who can come in and make an impact for him if we draft somebody? I hate to say the school name, but Caleb Downs from Ohio State. That'd be a guy.
He's gonna go in the top 5, bro.
No, he's not. I don't think so.
Oh yeah, Caleb Downs. Oh yeah, dude. You look at a lot of mock drafts, man. He's no more than a top 10 player. Like he's gonna get drafted in the top 10.
I don't see a safety being drafted in the top 5. I mean, this has to be a once.
Well, he ain't gonna fall that far for us to get him. Let's just say that we'll have to trade up.
Keep your eye on it.
All right.
Well, you know what I wouldn't be surprised on? Lions go get a quarterback.
I was gonna say that same. I was thinking that same thing. And you know what?
You say,
I'm totally okay with it.
Goff is getting. I'm okay with it too. If they get now, this is a scenario, and I know this is probably a different show that we could be doing, but at the same time, we can say that I would probably go after Mendoza. Yeah, and I would draft up for Mendoza.
Mendoza's going
he can sit behind Goff. He can sit behind Goff. Mendoza's got good instincts.
I agree, but Mendoza's going number 1, bro. So you're gonna have to.
Somebody I would like. Somebody realistically I would like Mateer from Oklahoma.
I don't want.
I like that kid.
No, I don't like Mateer.
That kid is pretty good.
He showed us. Yeah, that's the point, though. So he got injured and he played like crap after that. So a lot of people are talking about what's his face from Miami.
Carson Beck? Hell no.
Yeah. He shouldn't be in the first round, but somebody's going to draft him in the first round. Somebody's going to draft him in the first round.
So here's the thing. There's rumors out there that a lot of the big time quarterbacks that were supposed to come out this year are going to stay in college because they've been told by their scouts you need another year. Your Moores, your Simpsons, I don't know who else.
Manning. Simpsons is a sophomore,
Manning,
right?
Probably. No, he's a junior.
Really?
Oh, no. Yeah. I thought he was a freshman, but he's a junior. So, Simpson, Moore, Manning. I think those are the only ones that can go. So the good news is that if there's not a lot of high-priced quarterbacks that come into the draft, that favors the Lions because now not a lot of teams are going to take huge hits on the quarterbacks early in the draft. So I'm with B. In the second round, I'm going to throw a name out to you that I like a lot, Cade Kubiak from Clemson. I would take a flyer on him, because Clemson hasn't been that good this year, but he's got good talent. Like if you watch him throw, he can make all the NFL throws. Like the guy has got skill. He just needs to be coached up. But the thing is that you'll have options to draft somebody if you want to go that route. And I think the Lions should because we don't have a backup quarterback right now that we trust.
What about Sam Levitt? What y'all feel about Levitt?
Not too much.
I mean, he probably ain't the biggest name out there, but I mean, dude, look at what he's done over at Arizona State.
Oh, that guy. I mean, if you're gonna, here's the thing: if we're gonna draft a quarterback, it's got to be somebody who we see a future with going forward. We can't do the Hendon Hooker thing where you're 27 or 26 years old and we put you as your backup. If you're going to go waste draft capital and get a quarterback, it's got to be somebody that is going to be the bridge to Goff or Goff's a parent, you know, and you could do the
from
Johnny Manziel 2.0.
Vanderbilt.
From Vanderbilt?
Yeah,
you talking about the freshman?
Short. No, he's the senior. He's talking about
Pavea.
I got one for you. What about old boy from Oregon, the Detroit native?
He's coming back. He's coming back. He's not ready yet. He's not ready.
Damn.
Yeah.
If he comes into the draft, oh hell yeah. I would trade. I'm with B. I would trade middle to round to get up to go get more because, like you said, he's a talented quarterback. He's got skill, and he's from Detroit. What else do you want? The guy is made for Detroit. He's from Detroit.
Gunnar Stockton from Georgia?
No, hell no.
Nah,
I don't like him.
He's
a benefit. He's a benefit of his offense, I think. To tell you,
yeah. Let's circle back. Let's circle back to the game, but I like that idea, B, because I've been thinking that myself. That at some point we do need to get
no.
Here's the thing too is that you want to get a quarterback that you can develop because Goff is still in his prime, and Goff is playing at a high level. So why can't we do what the Packers did with Love? Sit him for 3 years, and then when Goff's contract becomes ridiculously expensive, we figure out what to do there, and then we have our quarterback of the future ready with the weapons already in their prime still too. You know what I'm saying?
There ain't no figuring out what to do. I mean, go kick rocks, bro.
Well,
unless you're gonna take a rebate. You know what I'm saying? A Lions rebate.
I'm just upset though. I just don't think the Lions are in position to draft a quarterback. You know, yes, Robbie, thank you. I understand. I know. I got you, brother.
But why? Why would you say that?
I just don't think the Lions are in position because, well, you know, they have their quarterback right now, right? I know this is for the future, but Jared Goff is going to get reconstructed this year because he's owed like $70 million if you look at that for this year, which is going to tie him to us for at least another 4 to 5 years. Now, if you're drafting a quarterback, you don't want him to sit on the bench for more than 3 years. That was the reason why Jordan Love, you know, and Aaron Rodgers' relationship with the Packers kind of went sour because Jordan Love was ready to start when he came in. I mean, really, let's just be honest.
Right.
So, I mean, I just don't think that they're in that position. I think they have too many other positions of need than to get a quarterback.
And to your point too, Jay, you know, all these quarterbacks that are out here now in college, they look shiny and new and all that stuff, and that always attracts teams that are quarterback hungry because they don't have a quarterback. They got to go get somebody. But are these really the best best players out there? No, they're not. They're really not. These quarterbacks are good. But they're not. I wouldn't call them franchise quarterbacks, any of them.
But I would also say
there's only one person that I'm looking like, you know, something I would definitely take a shot at is Fernando Mendoza, because Mendoza turned around. He single-handedly turned around that Indiana Hoosiers team.
But the problem is, if you go Mendoza, you're going to have to get up to the number 1 pick.
Exactly. And you already know. Look at the teams who are looking at the number 1 pick, the New York
Jets.
Right.
Jets are
already Saints won't need
him.
one. Yeah. Let's see who else. Who else is up there?
You know what I'm saying? But you look at also
Raiders.
Teams like
Raiders might need a quarterback.
Going to need a quarterback. That's where Fernando Mendoza might end up. He might end up on the West Coast somewhere. I mean, look, the Rams are going to be looking at a quarterback. It's a couple teams that need quarterbacks a little bit more than the Lions do right now.
And I think, and I think also too that if the right quarterback is there for Detroit, you know that they'll consider it. And I don't think Goff would be upset about it because he knows that he ain't going to be here forever. He knows his contract is crazy expensive, and at some point the Lions need a fucking backup quarterback. Let's be real. I'm tired of bringing in these guys that they suck or we don't know about them or they don't fit.
Winston? No. What about Winston?
I'm
gonna tell you something. Somebody's gonna be brave enough to grab him as a starter because I'm telling you, there's a lot of quarterback needy.
On the Raiders, I'd go after him. Or Mac Jones. That's another
Yeah,
guy
Mac
that
Jones,
people are
I
going to go
think
after. Yeah.
Mac Jones might go to Minnesota.
Kyler Murray might get traded. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of names.
Yeah,
out there
I
for
heard Kyler
quarterbacks.
Bennett might get traded to Minnesota, but that's
Ooh.
Minnesota does that. They're dumb. Kyler
Minnesota really
Murray
does not
is
believe in
the
J.J.
same
McCarthy.
quarterback.
I'll
He
tell
is
you
not a
that.
good quarterback.
Yeah.
At least
Arizona
Sam Darnold had
needs
some
a
work on him. Yep, Arizona's looking for a quarter. And shoot, Cleveland's got like 500 quarterbacks on their roster. So I mean, they're keeping Deshaun.
Why y'all bullshitting around? There's another team that could be looking for a quarterback in the Dallas Cowboys.
No, they got Dak. They're fine.
Do you think they're gonna stick with Dak? I mean, come on,
Well,
really?
they got
paid
what's
him.
his face behind
They
Milton.
paid him, but
Yeah.
they can literally draft.
They got Milton.
They got Milton. I don't think.
Listen. Just like
playing.
I'm gonna say this about Dak. Just like Goff, Dak has not been a problem for the Cowboys. It's been that defense.
He hasn't been a problem.
That defense has been ass
But
all
you wanna
year
know
until they
something?
got those
Dak
trades.
Prescott takes up 15% of their salary cap. He's on the books for a salary cap.
But he's still playing at a high level. He was playing at an MVP level at some point.
But dig this. They have a
Saints don't need a quarterback, Robbie. They got.
I don't know. Do you think they're believing Shuck?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
they bench Rattler. That'd be
did.
Interesting.
Didn't say a lot.
Sure did. But I'll put it to you this way.
No, when you drafted him third, you better play him.
Actually make moves. You know they still got 2 first-round picks this year.
Yeah. They need to get defense. They need to get defense.
Definitely, I mean, they can get a defensive player later in the draft. They can literally trade up.
No, they're gonna rock with Dak because I'll tell you why. They're gonna pay Pickens. They're gonna pay Pickens. They already paid CeeDee Lamb. They need to get defensive Pickens.
I would look at Jerry Jones and laugh.
Oh, they need a team.
I mean, outside of one game, he's been pretty solid all year.
Okay, I got you. I thought he said,
I misread it too.
Bro, you tripping?
But
my bad, bro.
Let's circle back. Let's circle back to the Lions game. So we got to win these games before we get to the talk about draft.
I know.
That's the poison pill right now. We don't want to talk about the draft right now. All right. I want to talk about the defense of this Rams because the D-line is sick. You talk about with Fisk, you talk about with Verse, you talk about with Young, you talk about with who else am I forgetting? Kobe Turner, like all 4 legit defensive players.
Yeah, this reminds me a lot of that New York Giants defensive line. Reminds me a lot of them.
This is probably the best D-line we'll play all year. Better than the Vikings, better than the Eagles. This is probably the best that we'll play. And we're starting 2 rookies in the interior. Mm-hmm. God help us.
Well, Green Bay is not a shabby defense, so don't toss them.
They were the best defense.
No, but I'm just saying those front
best
4
defense in our division right now.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah,
in the conference, if you ask me.
But would you take their D line over the Rams D line? I would take the Rams D line.
I would. I definitely would.
Why are you over there? Why are you both bullshitting about the Rams in the Rams and the Green Bay Packers? You're forgetting about Seattle's defense.
Yeah, we ain't got to play Seattle though. We ain't got to play Seattle though.
I'm still taking the Rams D line. I'm still taking the Rams D line over all those teams.
And you want to know something? Mike McDonald
Seattle gets a lot of turnovers too.
Boys.
I agree. No, Seattle's defense.
Mike McDonald has been coaching them boys like crazy. Like, I get my hats off to McDonald.
Okay, seriously. So we talked about attacking Stafford, putting pressure on him. How do we attack the Rams defense?
Run the football.
Okay.
Run that football.
What he said.
Run that football. Hey, B, bring up those stats again. You said the Rams were what, 12th in rush defense?
11th in rush defense, and the Lions are 5th in rush offense.
So you can take advantage of that defense of line.
Okay. Well, how do you do it on the passing game? How do you attack them in the secondary?
Short passes.
Oh,
it depends.
That's a very big weakness of the Rams right there. This is what I'm saying. You're talking about the Rams defense like there. This is what the Panthers did to them. They attacked your secondary. Mostly every team that can attack their secondary because they got good. See, Carolina's got two good young wide receivers, and they got a capable quarterback. That's all you have to do. Run the ball a little bit just to knock them off kilter, go to play action pass or whatever whatever offense that Carolina was running. They were throwing balls deep on them damn corners. So I can't. The secondary is the weakest part of that defense. Weak.
Yeah.
I think they can just mask it up because their defensive line is so damn good. They can get to the quarterback.
Exactly.
They can mask that up really good. So, I mean, Lions are able to block. I mean, in scouting report, how would the Lions go about scouting that defensive line?
The interior is going to have to be on their A game because
their passing defense, the Rams' passing defense is 16th.
Yeah.
So they're middle of the pack.
One thing about this Rams defense is they are very fast. They're very athletic, but they're still raw in some areas, versus the true guy on the inside. Young is good. Kobe Turner, we've seen Kobe Turner in the past in the playoff games. He can wreck shit up the middle completely. Their linebackers are okay. I think Landman's their best linebacker they have, and he sounds like just a guy. So I definitely think the Lions can exploit the middle of the field with Amon-Ra.
Probably we are.
And another thing too is using Gibbs. They're using Gibbs more in the flats. They're using more as a check down. And here's the thing about Gibby. Outside of other running backs, a check down's a check down. With Gibby, a check down could be a 50-yard play, because he's got that kind of speed and he's got that kind of wiggle and breakability in his arsenal. So, but I've noticed that Dan's doing more of those check downs to Gibby in the flat, and you put Landman on Gibby, I'll take Gibby all day.
Something I'll definitely say, I think I got to change my stance. Coming to think about it, I do think that the Lions are going to have to pass the ball because Mac Jones threw for over 300 yards on him and had 2 touchdowns. Bryce Young had a nice game against that team. So I do.
He had 300 yards. He had 300 plus yards.
So I had to walk that back a little bit. Yeah, they're going to have to pass. They're going to have to pass.
Yeah, their cornerback situation is actually worse than ours. The only thing that they have better than us is a better defensive line. Other than that, they in total, because all their defensive linemen are in trouble.
Yeah, their D line trumps ours.
And that's the reason why they've been doing so well on the defensive end is because if you have a very good defensive line, you really don't have to worry about hanging your cornerbacks out there dry. Now, if you got an offensive line that's solid, that's going to block, viciously for the whole rest of for the game, then they're going to have problems because then that means the quarterback's going to sit back there and throw on the DBs all day. So that's what we hope the Lions can do against the Rams is hold that line up.
And another thing too is you guys talk about wanting to pass the football, which sounds great and perfect.
Sonic,
you better protect the quarterback. That's got to be the number one plan is try to keep Goff clean. Because even with the Cowboys, the way their D-line was set up, they have a pretty good interior D-line. And, their ends are okay. But the thing is that Goff was able to get some good protection and able to make his reads. And when he's in the pocket and nobody's touching him, it's a beautiful thing. Because he's able to pat the ball, he's able to make a cake and eat it. Because he's able to look at all the field down there and all the progressions and stuff like that. Shadow.
Yeah, he could be Shadow. That's a good one. I like that.
I don't know what that means.
That's Sonic and Hedgehog.
Oh, he's talking. Oh, okay. I thought he said a shadow. I was like, shadow, what? No. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Protection of Goff has got to be on point. These rookies have got to grow up quick against this D-line. Because this literally is a playoff game in the sense because we probably will play them in the playoffs if we get in. But also, too, guys, we got to win every game. We can't lose, period.
I think they got one more game that they could possibly lose, and that'd be against the Steelers. They got to beat their NFC.
We're not losing this. We're not beating the Steelers.
Oh, hell no, we're not losing the Steelers.
I don't think they'll lose. What I'm saying is I think they could afford to lose a game like that. I think every NFC game is a little bit important.
We're sweeping the AFC North.
We gotta win. We gotta have the mind.
Also.
We got to have the mindset that we got to win out. It's as simple as that. If we don't win out, we're not making the playoffs. It's just that simple because the Bears are ahead of us, the Packers are ahead of us, and the Packers have the tiebreaker on us. The Niners aren't going to lose a bunch of games. Their schedule's cake. The Bears have the hardest schedule. Green Bay's got a pretty hard schedule too.
And that's why that's why we have a better chance at the. This is why I was telling people about. I was hoping Green Bay would beat them in both the games because we want Chicago to be falling out of that spot, and then we play in the last game of the season, which will probably be one of the hardest games we have to play during this 4-game stretch. Besides the Rams, I don't see Minnesota being a problem, and I don't see Pittsburgh being a problem. Now, when I say being a problem, I don't mean to be disrespectful to those two teams.
We're not losing to them.
We can win by a field goal. I'll be happy. I don't care. We're winning those games somehow, some way. We're going to win those games. It's just the Chicago and the Rams game are the ones we have to be focused on, really focused on.
The Chicago probably will be the play-in game to play in to get in the playoffs.
Yep, Steelers are coming to 8 Mile. You got it.
Yeah. But yeah,
no, I be on Woodward Ave, actually, not 8 Mile.
But that's what Robbie likes to attribute.
Yeah, no, I was saying Robbie. Yeah, they'll be on Woodward Ave.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question.
That used to be saying something funny too.
I know, right?
They clean Woodward Ave.
Woodward Ave. I know, right? If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this question because I want to be honest with y'all's answers. If the Lions don't win this game, what do you think?
What's up, Big Drew?
What do you think it means going forward?
I wouldn't.
If they don't win this game, this is gonna seriously put a damper in their playoff bid because right now
Chicago
their playoff percentage is 50. They have a 50% chance of making the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So they definitely got to win all 4 games. Mm-hmm. So they don't have anything. They do their job and they win all their games. We won't have to sit here calculating every time. Yeah, it's got no margin for error right now. The NFC's just too damn good right now.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't give up. I think that it'd be very important. Obviously, that'd be a big loss to the Lions and harder to get in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. But I would say then the Lions need to win out because you got to do 11 wins could possibly get you into the playoffs, possibly miss the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, 11 wins. There's going to be an 11-win team that probably is not going to make the playoffs.
It's possible. You know, it's just very hard for the NFC right now considering Dallas and Green Bay have ties. But, I mean, how well are the Bears going to keep it up? I really have to ask that question. Do y'all think the Bears are capable of winning?
Well, they still got to play the Packers. They still, I mean, they should beat the
play
Browns.
San Francisco. They got to play the Packers. They got to play Detroit.
And then, like, if the Bears lose another game, then that last game into the season is going to mean a hell of a lot more.
Which doesn't surprise the Lions. They always play these play-in games all the time at the end, last game of the season.
So, and I like the Lions. I like the Lions a little better with their backs against the wall than the Bears because we know what the Lions are capable of. We don't really know what the Bears are capable of with their backs against the wall.
If we go by what the top 3 teams, like when we picked the Pic'Ems, we all picked against a Green Bay and Denver winning, so they'll lose a game. But we also picked Chicago beating Cleveland, so Chicago will again take the number 1 spot. Yeah. Then they'll have to go to Green Bay. Then Green Bay is coming to Chicago, so then there you go.
Wait, hold on. So if the Bears win, they get the number 1 spot again in the line.
Back again.
They swapped it.
Because Packers in that stupid tie.
I see.
Ties bullshit. You gotta get rid of that shit.
Yeah, there should be no ties in football.
The way I look at it is, and I think Dan Campbell alluded to this, you put yourself in this hole. You had no business losing to the fucking Vikings, okay? Period. You had no business losing to the Packers at your house. You lost 2 games, divisional games at your house. You flip that and you win both those games, we're talking a whole different ball game.
Oh yeah,
whole different ball game. Mm-hmm. That right there flipped itself on its head.
The Green Bay I could have lived with. I just did not live with the Vikings game.
As much as it sounds crazy, I wouldn't care if the Packers swept us. It was losing against the Vikings is really what.
Exactly.
Well, that's probably our worst loss of the year, 100%. Yes. But the Packers game, we were embarrassed that game 1. I really was expecting to come out and kick their ass on Thanksgiving because that was an embarrassment on the first game we played. And I know that was not us game 1. There was a lot of nuances, a lot of new things that we were dealing with that game, and we were just not ready for that game. This game, of course, injuries derailed us in some aspects, but you got to win those games. You've got to, especially at home. You know, if you lose on the road, that's fine. Road games are 50-50 a lot of times, especially divisional rivals. But you cannot lose 2 games at home to your division. You just can't do that. And we're 1-4 in the division. What the hell happened? Remember last year where we were like, what, 6-1 or 5-1 or something like that? The year before we swept the North. No, we swept the North. Never mind. We swept the North, and the year before, yeah.
We're 1-3 because we lost to Green Bay twice and lost to Minnesota once.
Yeah. So like Dan Campbell said, we put ourselves in this hole. So the good news is that we control our own destiny. If we win out, the Bears are out, and we're in the playoffs.
Yeah, because we'll take second spot. Especially if that's why we want Green Bay. They're not probably going to win against Denver. I just can't see it. I'm sorry.
They beat Denver.
Green Bay's offense. Yeah. Well, everybody's screwed. Well, it really don't make a difference if they beat Denver or not. I mean, because then that means that just means that they're just going to get an extra win. Basically, they're going to still maintain number 1 spot. They're just going to get, that's all they're going to do. But if they lose, it's just going to make a difference for Chicago. Really, that's all it's going to make a difference for, because if Chicago wins and Green Bay loses, Chicago will be back in first place again, and then they'll have something to play for when they play the next week again.
Yes, exactly.
So, but we want Green Bay to sweep Chicago. Just sweep their ass.
That's big right there. That's actually really big. I mean, as long as we can stay in contention to where that last game of the year means something to Chicago, I think Chicago is the most catchable team, because while they can, let's just say everything works out and plays out the way that you're saying it, even the next week they have to play Green Bay again, which kind of flips things a hell of a lot more. And the Lions play the Steelers and win, and the Bears lose. I think that puts the Lions. We just need the Bears to keep losing. I hate scoreboard watching, but we need the Bears to keep losing.
Well, we have to scoreboard watch because they're ahead of us.
That's the most beneficial thing for the Lions.
But we got to take care of what's in front of us.
Chicago is they got a pretty rough schedule. I mean, the Lions got probably the second worst schedule out of the 3, because they have to play the Rams and then they got to play Chicago.
Hell, they could lose to the Browns and Shedeur Sanders and Myles Garrett.
It could. I just don't see it happening. I think the offense is playing at a level where they don't have to. I mean, they damn near beat Green Bay. Well, they damn near tied Green Bay, and if it wasn't for Caleb throwing an interception in the end zone, they should have won. They should at least tie the game. But at the same time, their offense is showing signs of breaking out. That's Ben Johnson right there. Their defense is something I can't get along with, but their offense is definitely doing well.
I think
so. I just don't think that they got to play Green Bay and San Francisco. They got to go to San Francisco to play. San Francisco's fighting for a playoff spot too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Chicago's winning that game.
Right.
And so if you look at it, in the next 3 games, say the Lions win, because they're going to have Minnesota and then Pittsburgh. They're going to have Pittsburgh and then Minnesota. So that if they win all 3 of those games, and Chicago wins 2 of those games, think about what the record is. They're 9-4 right now. They lose 2 games, they'll be 9-6. They're 10-6 at that point, and we'll be 10-6 at that point, and we'll have the tiebreaker because we already beat Chicago. Right. So if we beat them again, because it's going to go by division week, we got to beat them in the last game of the season, because if we don't, it goes by division record, and our division record sucks ass. We'll be 3-3. We can only be 3-3 because we can't go above that.
And the thing I look at it too is I understand where you're coming from with the Cleveland situation. You know, they shouldn't lose that game. However, the things that the Bears do well, run the football. Cleveland's really good at stopping the run. And Caleb hasn't completed a high percentage of his games in passing. Like he's done enough to win, but his numbers have been pretty bad at times. And you get Myles Garrett running down the middle on you, good luck. So I'm just saying it's not going to be as easy as people think it is. That's a tough Cleveland team. We played Cleveland, and heck, we had the best win out of all of them in the division. Or no, I think no, we did. Yeah, because
the Lions blew the Browns out.
The Vikings play Cleveland. Yeah, they played them.
No, have they played them yet? I think they have.
I'll do that. Maybe they haven't. Or they have played. Well, anyways, what I'm saying is like that's going to be a tough game for Chicago. I do think Chicago finds a way to win it because of the fact is that they take the ball
fifth and they won.
Yeah, they take the ball away so well. That's one thing the Bears are doing really well that nobody else is doing. Not even the Packers, not even the Lions, not even the Vikings. They're taking the ball away at a high level.
You know what else they do very well? And I give Chicago kudos for this, but they run the ball very well too. With Monangai and Swift.
But it's gonna be hard sledding against that Cleveland Browns defense because that's one thing that they pride themselves on, stopping the run. Mm-hmm. So then they're gonna put the ball in Caleb's hands, and Caleb's gonna have to make some plays. And Caleb doesn't throw a lot of picks. Like that was the first pick he'd thrown in a really long time. It was a bad pick, but he doesn't throw a lot of picks. So the thing is that, and let's also say Shador's played well too. So like it's gonna be an interesting battle. There's no doubt about that. Obviously, we need the Bears to lose because the more they lose, the Lions need to win. It's as simple as that.
Well, yeah. If the Bears lose that game, that's just going to be sugar on top because then they got to play. Then they got to play the Packers.
Yeah.
Now the Packers. The only thing about that whole situation is the Packers might not play as hard, considering the fact that they already beat them and they already know they got a loss and they're going to be like 2 games ahead of Chicago by that time. So if they play them again and they lose, they'll only be 1 game. But they, Green Bay's got, like I said, they got the easier schedule out of every one of these 3 teams that we have here. Mm-hmm. And Chicago's just going to have to go play San Francisco right after they play Green Bay. Mm-hmm. So, and then they got to play the Lions. So they're going to be ass out either way.
I really am. I'm starting to think that Chicago-Detroit game is going to be for all the chips. And this is going to be for who gets in the playoffs.
That's true.
That is true.
Put 31 on defense.
Fair.
They did put them on.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
No,
that's a good point, Robbie.
Someday I'll say that. Let me ask you this question. So, let's say the Lions do get in. Will more likely be the 7th seed. Is what it's looking like, probably. Who would you rather face, the Rams or the Packers? We're gonna have to go on the road.
Packers.
No, I'd probably rather go play the Rams again.
Yeah,
I
don't want to put Micah in no damn spotlight. Nope, not want to do it.
Yeah.
Reason why I say that is because you know how hard it is. So let's just say for shits and giggles, the Packers are a better team than the Lions. You know how hard it is to beat a team 3 times in one season? When was the last time that was even done?
It's been done plenty of times. Actually, Pittsburgh, the Ravens did that to Pittsburgh one year. They beat them 3 times, twice in the regular season and once in the It happens more time than you think it does.
It's very rare though.
I would rather us play the Rams first because that means Green Bay is going to draw somebody as hard in that whole.
Probably the Niners.
If they win the number 1 seed, though,
that better way to get if the Packers are the number 1 seed, that's a little different because they got a lot of shit to play. Missing.
I don't think they're going to be the number 1 seed. I think the Rams, if they beat us, they're going to run the table.
I think Seattle. I wouldn't like the Lions' chances, but if they're like the number 2 seed and they have to play the next week, and I'm taking the Lions. But I'm saying it this way: what better way to take revenge against the Packers and going out there actually spoiling their season after they just swept you?
That sounds great in hindsight, but the reality is that our O-line's never healthy when we play the Packers. And you're gonna need a healthy O-line going in that matchup, like he mentioned.
I agree, but you want to know something? The Packers, I feel like their offense is just a one-trick pony. They just throw the ball very well. One thing the Lions were missing, and I think we could agree
that very well either.
They don't. They
find way like
their running back is shit right now. Let's just be honest. Running backs are shit right now. But one thing the Lions were missing when they played the Packers is Kirby Joseph, because Jordan Love make a lot of crazy unorthodox throws off the back foot, and Kirby Joseph is right there to either pick it off or knock that shit down. He didn't have that the second time around. So if we
And
have
also
also there to take center field away
They
again,
did.
different game.
You guys were in the playoffs one year.
and also too, on that note, Jay, also too, the Lions struggle against the Packers because of the O-line. Like you look at Jared Goff, yes, he completed a high percentage in both games. Like he didn't play bad, but he was under duress a lot of the game, and they stopped the run. They did a really good job against the run against us. You know, the thing is with the Packers is like when you watch them play, like they're not doing anything special.
They have not.
They're not.
They're just passing the ball. They're making completions. Jordan Love is doing whatever he can not to turn over the ball. Josh Jacobs runs well. You know, like they're just playing the margins, like just like the Bears. You know.
Yeah, the Steelers did that. Okay, see, Steelers did that. I mean, the point I'm trying to make though with the 3 games, I mean, also it's a confidence level. I think both the times that the Detroit has played Green Bay has caught them at significant times, and I think it's a significant times that Detroit wasn't confident in what their team was at that point, and that's the reason why they lost to them. So, I mean, I don't think Green Bay is necessarily the better team. I think they're probably on par with the Lions, but at the same time, you still got to respect that defense. You know, we don't like Micah, but that dude's a difference, and Rasheed Gary is the other difference. The only thing that's different right now for the Packers, their interior lineman, the guy that's out for the rest of the season, he was their best interior lineman. Wyatt. So you can run on him now.
I would say Wyatt.
Yeah. I think also too with this Lions team, you know, and we saw it against the Cowboys. Like when this team stays on schedule, when they don't turn over the ball, when they don't beat themselves, this offense is pretty damn unstoppable. Like it can score points and when it needs to score points. We can all argue that when we watch the Lions play on their losses, the common theme is they don't run the football well, they beat themselves, or they turn over the ball. And you can't do that against good teams because they will make you pay. You know?
I mean, with the Lions, I'm never worried about their offense. What I'm worried about most is the offensive line. Like I said, turnovers will be it. You know, not playing the right way would be on Dan Campbell because Dan Campbell's the one out there playing the offensive cause. Now he does what he did against Dallas. They're going to be fine for the rest of the season. He's just got to keep.
Well, I'm talking about pre-snaps. That's not the coach's fault. That's the player's fault. Those pre-snaps have been a pain in the ass all year for us.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and they're still 8-5. So again, those things that they just either got to clean up or they just got to get.
Which is crazy. And we have the number 1 scoring offense in the NFL, yet we're 8-5. You know, like our record.
Well, we don't have the number 1 scoring offense in the NFL, but we're up top.
I thought we did. I thought we were still top. Mm-hmm. Points wise, I think we're still number 1.
I think we're number 2 actually.
Yeah,
we're number 2.
1 or 2. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is that you look at all, like, you know, they usually say the team, your record is what you are. I disagree with that for the Lions because at 8-5,
wait, we are number 1. We just went up to number 1.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Lions are not 8-5. Like the Lions should be higher. We should have more wins because this offense has been good. It's just stalled at times, you know, and you can't stall out against good teams. That's why against the Rams, we have to play at a high level, period.
Well, I mean, again, it's the difference in the offensive line. Last year,
right,
we had a good offensive line. We were able to ride that offense for 15
we had more
games.
Yeah, I agree.
And our defense was like in shambles. We had Don from across the street coming in to play cornerback, and the grocery guy coming in here to play linebacker half the damn time. So, but the offense was always solid, and we were able because the offensive line was solid. But this year it's different because the offensive line isn't solid. It's hit or miss, mostly hit because we've gotten 8 wins. But we have that's the whole point of the game. The offense itself, the players are still the same, except for the interior offensive line. But the players on the outside are still the same. You still got Amani, you still got Monty, you still got Gibby, you still got Goff. You don't have Laporta, but Fisker's going to be a good. Fisker did. That's another guy that did really good in that game. Fisker, He made some key catches in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I like that guy.
He's also a good blocker too.
He's a good blocker too. So I mean,
where the hell did he come from?
Tennessee. He was on Tennessee for a little bit.
Fisker has been a solid tight end throughout.
He's been on the Lions before, but then they dropped him.
He's not been a Laporta, but then he hasn't been one of the worst tight ends either. He's been like in the middle of the pack of the tight ends. He's a pretty good tight end.
And Shane Gilster should be coming back soon too.
Yeah, it's a while for him too. But anyway, yeah, because they got rid of what's his name? Deli. They got rid of Deli.
Russ Deli, yeah, because they brought
Dwelly. That's his name. Dwelly. Yeah.
Dwelly made a couple plays
too.
Yeah, this is true too. I mean, these are the other factors too. If Dan Campbell would have played within himself against Philadelphia instead of trying to beat Dan, I got big balls, Campbell, and go for every freaking fourth down, we would have beat Philadelphia. Philadelphia didn't have no offense in that game. None.
I agree.
Yeah, but Goff couldn't get time to throw the ball, man. You talk about that was probably one of the O-line's worst games of the year outside of the Vikings.
No, I still don't say that's true because it was Dan Campbell calling bad plays. They could have kicked field goals, and each of the times they were near the red zone, they could have kicked field goals. Peterson was making Elliott was making field goals. Why the hell can't fucking Bates make field goals? That's the thing. You get that close, you should be making field goals. They could have scored 9 points just on field goals. They were on those fourth downs. But 9 points would have won the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna get upset if Dan wants to go for it inside the 20. That's fine by me. I mean,
I'm gonna get upset if
I'll get upset if he goes for it on the 40, 50-yard line.
It'd be one thing. It'd be like one thing if he's playing like Washington. I think he went for it a couple times against.
Are the Lions playing with house money this game? Really?
I think the Rams are.
You think the Rams are playing house money?
I think Dan Campbell is going to be a little bit more methodical. I don't think you're going to see Dan Campbell this game.
I don't know, man. I mean, you're going against Matthew Stafford every drive. You're going to have to score.
Well, you were going against the number one offense,
especially if you aren't.
Last week Dallas was the number one offense, so you were going against the number one offense.
Exactly, and especially since this is an elimination game, I don't think that you need to turn into Dan Campbell and go outside of it.
But let's be fair. Even in the Dallas game, those were long fourth downs. They weren't short first downs. I don't think they had a lot of short fourth down.
I mean, shit. It was like that with the Lions when they played the Packers, when they played the Eagles.
Yeah, he's gone. I consider a fourth down no matter where. I mean, if it's in the middle of the field, to me, that's a long fourth down because you're in the middle of the damn field.
Right. But
don't do that. Just kick the damn ball. You got a great punter back there.
Enemy territory. If you ain't in your own territory,
I agree. I agree with you on the 40 to 50. Yeah, I totally agree with you, B, on that. But if you're in the 20-yard line and you get a chance to get the touchdowns, you got to get touchdowns, man, because field goals don't win you games. I mean, look at the Chargers.
That depends on the kind of game you're playing. I understand that if you're in that kind of a game, but against Philadelphia, they were not in that kind of a game. They didn't need to get touchdowns. All they had to do was hit all their field goals. They would have won that game because that offensive line this is what I'm saying. You have to feel the movement of the game. You can't sit there and say, well, I'm going to go for it all the time because you assume that they're going to get – no, they're not moving the ball. Your defense is killing them.
Did the Browns need touchdowns to beat the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, no. Well, to tie them, yeah.
Yeah, but you mentioned the Eagles, so I'm going to push back for a sec. You look at that Chargers game. If the Chargers would have gone for at least a couple of more touchdowns, the game would have never gone to overtime. They settled for field goals, and that's what kept the Eagles in the game. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Plus, also they were playing. They didn't play their best game either.
Those field goals won the game, did it not?
One field goal won a game.
That's all that count is a W. It doesn't make a difference if you win by 3 points or 2 points. You win the game.
Whether it's 1 point or a half
you can't.
point.
Every game can't be going for fourth down, Nate. You can't do that every fucking game.
That's Dan Campbell.
You gotta play. And Dan Campbell didn't go for nothing against Dallas. And look what the Lions did to the Dallas.
Because they were all long fourth downs. If I promise you, if it would have been a fourth or 1 or 2, he would have gone for it. I promise you, he would have.
It was a situational point where he went.
He had a couple of
they were all.
He had a fourth and 5.
They were all long fourth down.
He had a fourth and 5.
5 yards a lot to go for it.
He's gone for it for more than that.
But usually he
And it was
goes
on
about
our
one
side
or
of the
two.
field.
With better defenses. How
But it
about
was
him
like one or
taking,
two.
how about
But it
him
was like
taking
one
a
or
punt
two.
against a better defense when they had their starting defense on the field? He's
Yeah,
went for it on much more crazier situations.
Right. But what I'm saying is the down and distance is 5 yards to 2 yards is a huge difference.
Not for Dan Campbell.
But it was still on the Lions side of the on Dallas.
I get it. The
side of the ball.
situations you're saying,
And
I totally understand.
He could have went for it, and they were winning at the time.
Yep.
And Dan normally will go for it, especially if he's winning, because he wants to put his foot down on the team's neck.
Yeah, because you
But
don't want to keep.
he decided to kick a field goal.
Mhm.
So I mean,
The only argument I'm going to give you is the Philadelphia game. If you want to argue that Philadelphia game, fine. You should have took field goals. Fine, whatever.
And exactly, that's a game we should have won too.
And most of the time, I mean, that's just what he does.
Liz, appreciate you. Hey,
Love you,
appreciate you, Liz. You the best. I hope you doing well. Hope you're doing well.
All right. Well, on that note, let's just go ahead and do a quick prediction, and then we'll go ahead and wrap the show up. So give me your game prediction score and give me a bold prediction for the game. We'll start with you, B.
Well, since I picked the Lions, I think that it should be a 28-27 game.
Damn. Okay. What's your bold prediction?
Bold prediction is that J-Mo gets over 150 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns.
Okay. All right. I like that. Jay?
I got the Lions winning 27-29. I think Kirby Joseph, if he's back, he gets an interception. I think Aiden Hutchinson has a multi-sack game. I think the defense steps up big time this game. I think this is like a game where the defense has to show up.
All right.
Legion of Boom. Be aware.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. I got 31-28 Lions. I think that, to your point, B, they win on a field goal, walk it off. And my bold prediction would be that Stafford throws a pick six.
Ooh.
That's Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
If Matthew Stafford's throwing pick sixes, we definitely win the game because that's the reason why they lost to Carolina. It was all Matt Stafford's fault. You can count on being his fault. He'll probably say that to you.
You know why I say that? Because Stafford tends to stare guys down, and if the Lions cornerbacks are smart, they jump those routes. He's always done that. He did that with Cooper Kupp. He did that with Puka. He's done the Puka Nacua.
But you
he
know
always
what?
has.
He's not that Stafford. You're thinking of Detroit Stafford. You're not thinking of Ram Stafford. He likes to use his eyes to move safeties all over the place. So that's
right. But what I'm saying is he locks in on one guy.
Well, no, he don't. He's got too many guys to be locking on.
Look at the targets.
I'm just telling you.
Look at the targets.
Carolina game is when he reverted to an old Matthew Stafford style because he did do that then, and he did throw a pick six that was telegraphed basically to the damn DB. And that's why he took it back.
Okay,
he's got to learn how to hold on to the football just like Goff does. And this is what I hope Goff does in this game. He's going to have to do that. Because I guarantee you they're going to get a couple of sacks on Goff. Goff's got to hold on to the ball. But Stafford was trying to move down the field, because, you don't want to put the ball in Stafford's hand with the last few minutes in the game because he's always Captain Comeback. But they got to him and they strip sacked him and got the fumble. That was not a Stafford game. And Stafford, I think, he even said in an interview, he said, yep, I was the one that screwed this game up. Put it on me because
he likes to force the ball into tight areas and defenders know where he's going with the ball. That's my point is what I'm saying. So he's going to target Puka a bunch in this game. So if you're DJ Reed or whoever the hell is going to cover him, got to know that it's coming to him. So you got to jump those routes.
Well, I mean, that's easier said
He'll
than done.
telegraph.
Puka is a very good route runner, and you
I
got
get it, I get
Devontae. You can't just sit there and say, I'm going to target Puka because Puka is going to be the one getting the most catches. And then all of a sudden, Adams is out there catching every damn thing. If it's not him, it's Parkinson, because Parkinson's up there catching a bunch of balls
Yeah,
now
but
too.
when you're talking targets, Puka kills everybody in the targets outside. Devontae Adams gets the touchdowns in the red zone.
Nate, what I'm trying to say is this dude's only thrown 4 interceptions this year.
Yeah,
4.
I get it. But
that's
he also
less than
has,
Goff has thrown.
But he's also had a history of telegraphing passes to his favorite targets.
Well, it ain't his history this year. I'm looking at his history this year. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
So if he's playing at an MVP caliber year like he is right now, you have to expect the best out of Stafford. That's what you got to do. You got to hope that he reverts to earlier in his career. Detroit.
It's going to be a combination of pressure. It's going to be a combination of pressure.
Go Lions.
Yeah, it's going to be a combination of pressure, and it's going to be a combination of the Lions cornerbacks watching his eyes to see where he's going with it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, good luck with that, because I'm sure they do that all the time and they still get their ass kicked by Stafford. So I'm just saying. I'm
giving you a key to how we need to win. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not necessarily.
No, you know the key to how you win? Get in his damn face. That's how you get
right. But you have to get pressure. If you get pressure, that puts pressure on the cornerbacks or gives cornerbacks more opportunity to try to jump routes. That's what I'm trying to say. But I know you got to get pressure on him. I totally agree with you on that. 100%.
And Carolina did a pretty good job of doing that too.
Yeah, they did. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, the Lions can put that all together and find a way to win.
Yeah.
All right. As that being said, we're going to wrap up the show. Want to thank everybody for chiming in. Please like and subscribe to the show. We'll be back next Tuesday with the recap of the game and the preview of the who's next? The Vikings, right?
The Vikings.
No.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Okay, then the Vikings. Yeah, Vikings on Christmas.
You gotta come on, brother, man.
Yeah, Robbie, you're welcome to come on to talk some Steelers with us.
Yeah, Robbie, we really want you to come on.
We haven't had a guest in a while.
Without that, yeah. And then and shout out to Big Drew. When we play Chicago, we want you on here too, bro.
Yeah, definitely. And Mike will get him for the Vikings game. So
hopefully.
All right. Well, as always, as our brothers in the South and the North, you hate us because you ain't us. You'll have a good evening. And this is the One Ass Cheeks signing off. Good night.
Peace.